Talking about trafficking's real impact requires openness and bravery across all genders.
There's a lot of guilt and shame carried around that. But if we don't expose the light, especially me as a Christian and a believer, we are called to shine light on the darkness. But when you're talking about it, it's not just for women or children, it's for men and young men as well.
Right.
I have, like I said, a daughter that's 17, and I was just talking to her and some of her friends about it, that, hey, if you're ever in a situation, please let me know. And because we just heard of a young man, a young teen male that committed suicide
Oh,
because he had been approached by people online. And what they do is they have them, and male and female, do things online with
right.
them. And then they say, if you don't give us money, we're going to tell your parents, we're going to share this. So it really is a very serious issue. It does not know, doesn't know geographic bounds or socioeconomic. It affects
Right.
everyone. And I think one of the main things to know is that it doesn't just look one way. It's not always, sometimes, but it's not always just you're taken and then trafficked. And that does happen, but it can also look like, a quote unquote relationship. And that's hard for people to get their minds around. And that's what's called a Romeo, where they pose as your boyfriend. And then once you're attached to them, they end up trafficking you, and it's hard to get out. And so I think it's important, just like the topic we're talking about today, to just talk about this and learn more about it. And especially so parents can be comfortable talking to their children about it, because they're targeted online, and they're not always, most of the time, they're not even looking for, like you said, porn, or looking for these things. It's just something we need to bring light to and have these conversations as adults and then with our children.